Hey YouTube, Jumington back again, and my God, I just busted open a chest full of crap. Moving chests when they're full of stuff is real pain, because got all that crap just kind of spills out of it, and I gotta put it back in. And I like things nice and organized. So yeah, I'm just continuing out the process of well, it started with building a main entrance, and then just kind of evolved into renovating the interior of this place. So I'm just cleaning it up. I plan on doing something different with the little farm back there, because I've got an idea for a more automated melon farm. So I'm gonna do something else with that, but that's gonna have to wait till after I get the slime pit going. So here we are back at this, and I'm gonna clear some space out here because I got an idea for this this cave here. Thinking about making like a house in here with a library and stuff. So I'm gonna work on that and just clean some of this up. I got some good suggestions off the last video on things I should do to add some more variety to this area. I like the idea of putting down like a strip of carpet in the middle. I don't really have any colored wool yet because I haven't started breeding sheep. But I think I put some wood down in there, which you'll see in the next episode that I do of these, just to give it some variety, because I don't like things looking the same. So I'm taking out the stairs there, and I'm just going to make that entryway more like a bridge. Probably going to flatten that area out and just have that serve as an entrance down to the caves there. And I think I might do the same on the skeleton spawner side, but I don't know how I'm going to get back in there. That's something I'm still renovating, still cleaning it up, so work in progress as ever. What's going on this week? The new update's out, several in fact, is kind of, not to make too much of a joke out of it, it's kind of typical of the updates. They put out 1.2 and then 1.2.1 and then 1.2.2 and then 1.2.3 because some bugs slip by them. There are a lot of forums people complain about their testing process. It's an entirely community driven testing process, and they just kind of throw the snapshots out there. I don't know. I mean, I think they're usually pretty good about getting the big bugs, but I do agree with some of the views that I saw that I'm kind of hoping that their next update is more about bug fixing than adding new features. I love getting new features, but when you've got bugs in the game and weird behaviors that have been going on for several versions, it gets kind of irritating. And it's especially irritating to me if you're trying to build stuff and you're working off of something like what happened with ladders. You're working off of something on the assumption that this is just how it works, and then you find out it's a bug and they fix it. I don't know. Wish they would spend some more time just making it more consistent. But a lot of new stuff in the 1.2.3 update, and I did a quick test to see, and it will allow me to generate jungles in this world. So I'll be able to get a jungle biome going and get some cats. So I'm excited about that. I'm probably going to have to walk a good distance away from the areas I've already explored to get to generate new chunks, so I can get a jungle biome. I don't know if I want the cats, because I've had the wolves that you can capture as pets in the past, and honestly found them kind of annoying. I don't think it's a bad thing to have in the game. It's just not really to my preference, but I'll probably get it anyway, just for completeness sake, for completionism, however you want to say that. They also villages got updated a little bit. Villagers will now seek shelter in the dark. They'll breed as well, which is really weird, and the little kid villagers really kind of creep me out, because they're just like villagers, only shrunk down, and they just run everywhere. The villagers also have an iron golem that will spawn in them, and that's something I'm gonna follow, because I have a feeling that's something that's gonna get nerfed. So right now you can kill the iron golems and get like 3 or 4 iron ingots from them, and they'll just keep respawning in the area. Now, I don't know, I haven't tested it, and all the spawners that I saw, the spawn farming mechanisms I saw people build for iron golems were in the pre-release. So I don't know if they still function in the full official release. But basically people had figured out within a matter of hours all the mechanics you need to make iron golems spawn, like the number of villagers you need and where they spawn, what they spawn on. And that was that's crazy. You know, I saw one that was like 700 iron ingots per hour or something like that. That's nuts. I'm not really against that. I think that's cool, and I think having more resources be renewable is cool. I know some people were complaining that it would take the fun out of stuff like exploring caves. But, I mean, there's plenty of resources that currently there's no way to renew. You can't renew diamonds, redstone. I don't know. I think that's great if you're into building those kind of traps, because it gives you a new kind of trap to build. And it's great if you want to build a lot of stuff with iron, especially with like iron blocks. If you want to build like a huge building out of iron blocks, that is a great way to build that up. But I mean, that still takes work. That still takes effort. I know I've had this dialogue before about spawning mob farms and spawn traps and stuff like that. You know what? I think they're cool. In some instances, I can understand people's gripes with them. I can see why they got nerfed a little bit. But I don't think that's something they should take entirely out of the game. Like zombie pigmen, they added one of the updates that they would drop gold nuggets, and then when they put out the official release, they reduced the number of gold nuggets you get off with zombie pigmen. I thought that was a great compromise. And I also think that you won't get the gold nuggets unless you kill them yourself, but I may be wrong about that. I know that's something they did with spider eyes and I think the blaze rods as well, and of course definitely experience. So it kind of encourages you to build a different kind of trap. Of course people will come up with those traps almost instantly, like with the iron golem. It was like 4 hours after they put out the pre-release I saw people had fully functional spawn traps. Now having a creative mode native in the game definitely helps with that, because when you see people building the prototypes for that, they're always building it in creative mode, which isn't to say people couldn't build it legitimately to test it out, but that's something that's a lot of people use, and I like to use it too. I like to use creative mode to test things out so that you're not eating up your own resources or risking getting blowed up while you're trying to build stuff. But yeah, that's some of the new stuff that's out there. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, they added toggleable glowstone, a glowstone lamp, I think it's called, which is a glowstone block that lights up, and that you can turn it on and off using redstone. I haven't really built anything with it. I haven't made any yet in the normal world, so I don't know if this is still the case, but I know in the pre-release people were saying there are a lot of glitches with that. The light source switching out was causing a lot of slowdown. I can see that. It seems like lighting updates can cause a lot of performance loss on this, but I'm interested in checking that out, and they'll definitely be very useful for the skeleton spawners, because I can hook those up and just power those on and off directly to turn the spawning on and off by increasing the brightness level in there so nothing can spawn. So I'm excited about that. Let's take a quick look. It's coming together, a little bit. I'm gonna work on the entryway to that little cave behind the skull there. I'm gonna turn it to like an apartment, I guess. my fancy little doll house. Need to get some more experience here because I used up my pick. Need to make a new one. Yeah, 26 levels not bad. 26 levels netted me a pretty decent pick with efficiency and unbreaking, so it'll last a good long while, and it chops blocks pretty quick. And I'm pretty happy with that. That enchantment system, it took me a while before I actually got to play with it, and I gotta say, I think it is great. I love it. I think there's some problems with the system though. It's too random, and that can cause a lot of irritation. And one of the bigger problems I have is they keep cutting down the uses for like Silk Touch. Silk Touch can't net you glass anymore, because I don't know, if you break glass you don't get anything, and you could use Silk Touch to get the glass blocks back. Well, you can't do that anymore. You also can't get ice, but I have read that they're going to re-implement that. There's a lot of other great stuff you can get with Silk Touch. I mean, being able to mine ores out and have the ore block itself is cool. And there's some specific tricky things you can do, particularly with redstone ore, because it changes if you walk on it or hit it. So there's some kind of switching things you can do with that are kind of neat. You can pick up grass and things like that. So there's enough stuff that they still allow you to pick up with the silk touch that's still useful, but it just seems like, you know, if you keep cutting out the usefulness of the enchantments, people won't have much encouragement to use the enchantment system, and people already have gripes about, you know, how random it is. So I don't know. Just building the same T flip-flop here that I used in the secret entrance to my storage room, and it works pretty well. You know, once again, I'm just jamming blocks in there at random, kind of an ugly build. I actually, after I built all this, I read a tip on speeding up the delay, because if you notice, you hit the button and there's like a second or two delay before the T flip-flop piston actually moves, and I'm gonna go through and do that real quick when I do the next episode, because I had already filmed this by the time I read that. And you ever get kind of the trickiness of wiring together different pistons. This would probably, well, this definitely would have been easier if I had the pistons coming in from the sides instead of the top and the bottom. But I didn't want to have to build the wall facing the skull out more or move this tunnel over more. I wanted to have the entryway as thin as I could on that side, so that's why I chose to have it come out the floor and the ceiling instead of the sides. Having a double piston door from the sides is really straightforward and really easy. This isn't really difficult, but requires a little bit more thought and planning, and I'm not really great for that. I just like to break the blocks out and throw shit down, and oh, maybe this will work. I don't know. Keep falling back down the hole. I cut out a fair amount of this because I would finish it up and clean up all the walls and everything, and then decide I need to change something. So you can see the pistons opening and closing. So that works. Now I just have to rig up a button on this side. I was dirtying myself up in this room because, you know, while I'm working on this, it's going from day to night, and there's a very real risk of all kinds of crap flying in there and murdering you. I had to go out a couple of times and kill some spiders that were hovering around outside. And you definitely don't want a creeper coming in and exploding your stuff when you're in the middle of working on it. It'll just ruin your day. And I'm just working on the timing on those repeaters so that the pistons open more uniformly. And it works pretty well. It's kind of like when it closes, one of the top pistons closes a little bit sooner than the other one. And I'm pretty sure I know why that is, but I don't want to. I know how to change that, and I don't want to do it, pretty much. So, just working on where I'm going to put the button now and cleaning that up. For some reason I thought I could put some pressure plates down, but that didn't work, so I had to switch over to a button. There we go. Using some properties of the repeaters. I am still working on a brief-ish episode that's just meant to be like a quick intro to the redstone. Yeah, I'm not a super expert. Yeah, it's really ugly with the cobblestone there. I'm going to replace that with glass. But anyway, I'm working on the episode with the quick redstone circuit, and I hope to have that up early in the week. There were some changes in 1.2 that I wanted to adjust for, so look forward to that, and I will see you next time.